Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. My name is India. If you are new here, welcome, and if you're returning, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. So y'all, I'm super excited about today's video. I am actually going to put together a prayer notebook. So I've been seeing a lot of people do the prayer boards, like a lot of people did that before the first of the year. And let me just stop and put a caveat here, y'all. It is not too late for you to do whatever it is you think you want to do. So just because January 1st is gone, that does not mean that you cannot do certain things. If you still want to plan for the rest of the year, do that. If you still want to make a prayer board or a prayer notebook, do that. If you still want to write out your goals, do that. Just because we're in the month of January doesn't mean that you have run out of time and you can't start to work on your goals thus far. Like, you can implement a new goal throughout the year whenever. It does not have to just start at January. That was a caveat to myself as well, because I started to feel like, man, we're almost at the end of January. You know, I've waited too late. I wanted to do this earlier, but it's just like, that doesn't make any sense because I could literally just start now. I still have the rest of the year, so start now. That would be my thing. Go ahead and start now, and don't let anything stop you from starting the things that you know that you want to start and the things that you know that has been on your mind and on your heart to start. And I'm talking to y'all, but I'm talking to me too, so that's why we're here. But anyway, I've been seeing everybody do the prayer boards, and I was like, oh, I really want to do a prayer board, but I didn't have a cork board. I used to have one, but I got rid of it. And then two, I was like, man, I don't know if I have all of the supplies. So what was I gonna do? I was gonna go on Amazon and order all the things, and then I got stopped again. I stopped myself and was like, wait a minute, you don't need all those things. Like, use what you have. So that is going to be another thing for me this year. So start when you start and use what you have. So a lot of times, especially with the consumerism, like, we feel like we need more and more and more and more and more. And it's like, you don't need more. Use what you have. And a lot of times we are blessed with an abundance of things, and we have the materials and things that we need to do, but we make excuses and say we don't have enough, but we actually do. So I put that into action with my own self. And I said, well, no, you're not going to go buy a board and envelopes and all the things. You're going to use what you have. So what you do have is an empty notebook. You got some stickers. You got some card stock. You got paper. You got scissors, glue, tape. Use the things that you have in your house already that's free because you already paid for it. Okay, no need to pay for something else because this is the first time I'm going to be doing this. So, you know, sometimes when we start new things, you don't even know if you're going to follow through with it all the way. And then you go spend all this money on something, and then 2 months later, it's collecting dust somewhere and you haven't touched it, picked it up, or thought about it. So I wasn't going to allow myself to do that, and I hope that you guys don't allow yourself to do that either. I hope that this year we all use what we have first, and then if we need, keyword need, to buy something additional, then we'll go out and do that. So I'm going to try to apply that. I know it's going to get a little tough, especially when we're talking about clothes, shoes, hair products, period. Just products, okay? Skincare, body care. Like, how many of us have stashes of things? Like, why do we have stashes of things? A mess, right? So yeah, just trying to focus on using some of the things that I have first before I just immediately jump off the bandwagon and go buy something. So that's my little spiel, my little tidbit for today. But I wanted to show you all how I'm going to put together my prayer notebook, and I hope that you guys find it interesting. So if you do, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to like this video, and don't forget to talk to your girl in the comments. That's something that we're doing this year. We are engaging, and I love when y'all talk to me in the comments, because I see one of y'all comments pop up and I can come talk to y'all there. So definitely come talk to your girl on this one too. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you some of the supplies that I plan on using. And again, y'all, all this stuff I already had in my house, so I didn't buy anything. So if you have some of these same similar, and again, if you don't have something exactly what I have, then, you know, make it work with what you do have. All right, so in order to do a prayer notebook, first thing you're gonna need is a notebook. That's kind of clear as day. Y'all, I don't have no fancy type of notebook. This is just a regular old notebook that I found in my office. It was empty, so I'm gonna use it. So this is the notebook that I'm gonna be using. It does have a little section in here where I can put like a cover page, which I do plan on doing. It has the 3 rings in it. Y'all know what a notebook look like. It's just a regular notebook. So again, nothing fancy, but it's okay because this is all that I need. The next thing that I'll be using are these paper covers. I don't even know what the real name to these are, but y'all know what these are. So these like go inside of the notebooks. So this is what I'm actually planning on putting my prayers in, and it's actually upside down. So I'm going to be using index cards. So I guess I'll show you this. So I got some index cards here, and I'm going to write my prayers on the index cards. I'm going to put them inside of these little pockets to hold them for each category. I got some clear tape and some scissors. I also had this diamond print glitter, white glitter cardstock. I got this from Walmart a while back. Some of you may know I used to have a planner making company business, and so I still had like some cardstock left. So I don't know if y'all can see, but it has glitter. Maybe you can see it when I do that. But the cardstock is glitter. So I'm going to be using this up because, again, it's just laying around and I'm not doing anything with it. I had some Happy Planner faith stickers, and I'm going to be using those. And then I already pre-wrote out like my categories that I want to have for each of my groups. So I wrote a category, and I also pulled a Bible verse to match it. So for friends and family, I have that written here. And then I have my Bible verse, which is Proverbs 17:17. A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. So that's the thing I have here. So on these papers, like I said, I have a category for each one, and I also wrote down a scripture for each one. So I'm gonna cut these out, and I'm going to actually put them, I think I'm going to put them on the cardstock. I'm going to tape them on the cardstock, and then I'm going to put them in the notebook. So again, super easy, something that you can do. Things that I already had around the house, nothing fancy, because again, my goal is to make sure I am being intentional with my prayer. So that's my reason for wanting to make a prayer board or prayer notebook or prayer journal. It's really just so I can be intentional about my prayers. And I really do believe that when we write things down, it just makes it official. You know what I mean? It confirms it. And then it also gives you a place to be able to come back to. So if you write a prayer down and you've been praying and praying over it and God has been blessing you, later on you can come back to those things that you wrote down and you can see, ooh, God has already blessed me with this. You know, God blessed me with this. God blessed me with this. So you can actually go back and see some of your prayers that have already been answered. And that just helps to keep us motivated, or at least helps to keep me motivated to know that, you know, God is always with us. He's always on our side, and he's always rocking with us. And it may not be on our timing, or it may not look like how we want it to look, but he is always there for us, and he does answer our prayers. So I just want to be more intentional on my end with that. And so this is the reason why I wanted to create a board. So I hope that this kind of inspires you. So if you haven't even thought about it, or if you was thinking about it but you feel like you can't do it because you don't have a board, Girl, you don't need a board. If you got a notebook, even if you don't have a notebook like this, maybe it's a regular journal. Like, just try to start writing your prayers down, and then again, it gives you something to go back to and reference to, and you could be like, man, and see all the things that God has been blessing you with, and you can see all the prayers that God has been answering for you. Because sometimes when we're going through life, I ain't gonna lie, it can get hard, and then we start, I wouldn't necessarily say that we forget, but it's easy to, lack in memory all the other things that God has been doing for us, especially when we're looking towards the future or looking ahead at the things that we want more, or the things that we want currently that's in our face. We kind of forget about the things that He's already done for us in the past, because God has already done enough for all of us already, that if He doesn't do anything else for us, then it's enough. Okay, so that part, I'm going to go ahead and start putting this together, and I'll show y'all how I do that. So here we go.
Have you ever wondered what would happen if you paused on all the action? Quit the stress and need no caption. Give your Instagram vacation. Yeah, work on your patience. Yeah, but you ain't facing. Yeah, yeah. 'Cause I love some music, but I just can't do it. So I took a little break on the west side. Now I'm waking up late on my best side, and it's okay for you. Take a day or two, get your mind together. Sing it with me, say all to Jesus. I surrender all to Thee. I freely give. I will ever love and trust Him in His presence daily live. Yeah, I surrender all. Ooh, I surrender all. Yeah, all to Thee, my blessed Savior. I surrender all. I'm in awe. Oh my God, you amaze me. You're the bomb, and I just be setting the stage. So let me get out the way, 'cause you gon' elicit the praise out of the mouth of the babes, and I just be stuck in the daze. And you tell me that it's not about the way I sing, then you question me for why I'm even questioning. 'Cause I know it ain't the power or the might, but the spirit. The soul is gonna know the truth every time I hear it, and I can't command my own name, 'cause that's an interference. It'll take it from a home game. They're trying to sell tickets, and if ain't nobody showing up, it's really what you're fearing, and your heart is in the wrong place. Who is it you're hearing? Say all to Jesus. I surrender all to Thee. I freely give. I will.
All right, y'all, now we are done with our little art project, and y'all can see I kept it really simple, because again, this is more so for me to get more intentional with writing my prayers down and keeping track, so I can just go back and be able to see all that God has blessed me with. And also, I don't know, I'm just a big component of writing things down. I just feel like it really does help bring things to life, especially when you're praying. I think, you pray on it, you meditate on it, and, you write it down. So that's just something that I believe. And I just used one of those same card stocks. You probably can't see the glitter as much. You can see it there a little bit. But it is a really pretty paper. And then I did add some stickers to it. This says God is with her. She will not fail. So again, you can make yours as colorful, as creative as you want to. I just kept mine really simple. All right. So we're going to open it up here. And in the inside, I did stick these note cards, index cards, whatever you want to call them, in the front, so that when I get ready to write down one of my prayers, I will write them on one of these cards, and then I will put them in their correct category. So I'm going to go through the categories with you all, and you can see the paper is really glittery. So anyway, the first one is gratitude. This is 1 Thessalonians 5:16-18. Rejoice always, pray continually, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus. And so then behind each category, I included the paper, the little slip. So whatever I write on the index card, I will put it inside of the slip so I can keep all of my gratitude prayers in the same slip. So that's what that's for. And then the next category I have is self. And so this one is Colossians 3:9-10. In Christ, we have taken off the old self and have put on the new self. The next one I did marriage, and I did Matthew 19:6. So they are no longer two, but are one flesh. Therefore, what God has joined together, let no one separate. The next one is career. This one is Colossians 3:23-24. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters, since you know that you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. It is the Lord's Christ you are serving. So I thought that was a really good one for career. Next, I have dreams and goals. And this one is Proverbs 16:3. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. Then I have finances. Proverbs 3:9-10. Honor the Lord with your wealth, with the first fruits of all your crops. Then your barns will be filled to overflowing, and your vats will brim over with new wine. Then we have friends and family, which I read this one to you guys, I think, already. Proverbs 17:17. A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. And last but not least, we have our answered prayers. 1 John 5:14-15. This is the confidence we have in approaching God, that if we ask anything according to his will, he hears us. And if we know that he hears us, whatever we ask, we know that we have what we asked of him. All right, y'all, that is it for my little prayer notebook. I hope this inspire any of you, especially if you are trying to get better or get on track or wanting to write down or be intentional with your prayers. I hope this video inspires you. You guys let me know in the comments. Again, I definitely has been seeing all of the cute boards and all the things, but y'all, if I'm honest, this is going to do me just fine, and it's just cute enough for me, and I can be intentional and write my prayers down and keep track of them and all the things that God is doing for me. So again, I hope this inspires you to do the same, especially if you have been wanting to do it. Y'all, don't let things hold you back, and don't tell yourself that you don't have enough, because God gives us everything that we need, and a lot of times we do have the things that we need. We just have to step out on faith and do it. So that's my little tidbit again, y'all. I hope you guys are having a blessed and wonderful day whenever you watch this. I hope you really did enjoy this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, let your girl know, talk to me in the comments, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.